Hello, today's topic is production of the formed elements. Formed elements basically the RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, these are the formed elements and it is coming from the topic anatomy and physiology. So let's discuss. The process of production of blood is called homeopoiesis or hematopoiesis. Okay, it is called hematopoiesis. Okay, hematopoiesis is called as generation of blood, and where the blood is manufacturing, that is bone marrow. Okay, bone marrow, the common site for blood production, and they are formed from hematopoietic stem cell. Okay, from the this is a pluripotent stem cell which formed RBC, WBC and platelets. Hema means blood, poiesis means production. Now site for of homeopoiesis. Sites means location. Okay, in the body, in which location or which part mainly the RBC are produced. Before birth, hematopoiesis occurs in a number of tissues. One is yolk sac, fetal liver, spleen, lymphatic tissue. After birth, hematopoiesis or homeopoiesis occurs in the red bone marrow. There are two conditions where blood production are formed. One is before birth, okay. Another is after birth. After birth or after some time, the blood is starting to form in the bone marrow. But before birth or fetal stage, the site of blood production or hematopoiesis is yolk sac, fetal liver, spleen, lymphatic tissue. Throughout the adulthood, liver and spleen here maintain their ability to generate the formed elements. This is called as extramedullary hematopoiesis. If you would ask someone where is the site for RBC production or blood production, that is correct. Absolute answer is red bone marrow. Okay, but apart from red bone marrow, some other organs always ready to generate the blood. One is liver, they never lose this ability, and one is spleen. As blood is formed apart from red bone marrow, that's why it is called as extramedullary homeopoiesis. And when it happens during the fetal stage, and when bone marrow becomes dysfunctional or some pathological condition. Yeah, it is a compensatory mechanism. Okay, the body trying to keep producing blood cells even when bone marrow fails. When bone marrow becomes dysfunctional or some cancer would occur or some pathological condition where bone marrow becomes not that much active to produce the sufficient amount of blood, at that time spleen and liver act as the compensatory organ to replace such amount of blood. However, extramedullary homeopoiesis is usually insufficient to fully replace normal bone function. Okay, though liver and spleen is generating blood where bone marrow is getting fed, but the amount of blood production is not sufficient like in bone marrow. Okay, hence bone marrow is the main factory. Okay, but in emergency, liver and spleen can reopen their backup. They are active, but they are not generating as bone marrow is properly functioning. When bone marrow is in malfunction or dysfunction or something happen, okay, at that time liver and spleen acts as backup. Here is the diagram I have given here. Please have a look. This is the hematopoiesis, that is generation of blood process. This is the bone marrow. Bone marrow are usually found in lung bones, humerus, femur. Okay, and from the bone marrow, hematopoietic stem cells are produced. These stem cells are divided into two kinds of cells. One is myeloid progenitor cell, other is lymphoid progenitor cell. From myeloid progenitor cells, erythrocyte or RPC, this is monocyte, neutrophil, basophil, eosinophil. These are kind of WBC. Okay, are produced, and from lymphoid cells, T cells, B cells are generated. They are helpful in the immunity of our body. Hope this much about hematopoiesis is clear. Thank you.